Hello YouTube makeup lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to Be Lounge Makeup, I really hope that you guys stick around and subscribe for more videos. I am here today with a first impression video where I try out a bunch of new makeup to create this makeup look. I have a lot of products that I did get with my BoxyCharm and then a couple other products that I recently purchased. For the eyeshadow, I am going to be trying this Kylie Jenner eyeshadow palette. This is actually the very first eyeshadow palette that I ever tried from Kylie Jenner. I also tried some of these new Tatcha products like this Silk Canvas Primer also. I also test out the Hourglass Vanish foundation. This is a foundation that I tried once and I didn't like it, but I kind of wanted to give it another shot. I also check out the Kylie Jenner liquid lipstick and the gloss, the lip liner. You know, I have a new brow pencil that I got with my BoxyCharm, the eyeliner, which I loved. And pretty much I just wanted to put all these products to the test before your very eyes. I was very excited to try out this Kylie Jenner palette just because since I had never tried it. And I actually just ordered the Kim Kardashian West palette, the one that she did the collab with Mario. I had already bought this one first and then I saw so many reviews that the Kim K one was amazing and the shadows were buttery. So I'm gonna wait till I get that one and maybe I'll do a little comparison between this one and the KKW collab with Mario. So let me know if that's something that you guys would want to see, my thoughts on these two palettes and how I think they compare and contrast. I haven't got that one in the mail yet, but I did want to go ahead and test this out on my eyes today. So yeah, as always, I'm going to make sure to list everything in the description box down below, and we better get started with my first impressions. The product I want to try is this Kylie palette, and this one has a bunch of golden, rose gold, pretty much neutral colors. I love these types of colors. This is actually my very first Kylie Jenner palette that I ever purchased. I actually have only tried the Kylie collaboration with Kim Kardashian of those liquid lipsticks that were all like the 4 nude shades. But as far as the liquid lipsticks, which I have one here to show you guys, and palettes, this is really the first time that I ever tried these. So these are the type of colors that I really love. So I thought that it'd be the good one to try out first. So the palette has 12 shades and it also comes with a brush like this. It's like a blending brush. Looks like it's really good quality. And let me just swatch a couple of these colors for you guys. It just seems like it has really good color payoff. And I'm just very excited to test it out for you guys because these are the types of colors that I really, really like. So let's see how they do on my eyes. My preferred method of applying makeup, of course, when I go all out with the shadows, I do like to do my eyes first and then my face. So first, I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow base. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is called the Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Bette. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on my lids. And this is gonna be my eyeshadow base. It's like a cream shadow. I did already go ahead and put on my Nars primer. This color I'm going to take from this palette is this one right here. I'm going to just apply this to all my lid below the brow area up to where that base is, just to kind of not make it so sticky for that the rest of the eyeshadows blend well. And then using the brush that came with the palette, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this matte shade and I'm going to apply that on the crease. There is a little bit of, you know, you see there how the palette, a little bit of kickback. So it does. I just right now cannot even think of the word fallout. There is some fallout, but there's no fallout on my cheeks that I can really see. Next, I'm going to go in with this more orange shade and also apply that on my crease. Then for the lid, I'm going to go in with this gold color and this E55 brush from Sigma. And I'm going to pat that on the inner part of the lid. Well, actually it's from the center to the inner. And then I want to put this more gold one from the center to the outer. I'm just kind of clean off the brush on a cloth. Next, I'm going to take this dark color right here and the same brush that came with a palette and apply this on the outer area right here. And just make sure that you blend a lot. So far, I mean, the colors don't seem super buttery, but they seem to blend nicely. As I said, there's fallout on the palette, but I'm not getting annoyed of the fallout on my eyes. I do have a little bit, but I'll be able to clean that up, which is pretty much the reason why I do my eyes first before I do my face makeup. So far, I have only used colors from this palette. I am feeling like I need an inner corner highlight. I am gonna go ahead and maybe test out this one, even though it's a little too dark for like an inner corner highlight, but I wanna try and not use any other shadows. With a short shader brush, I'm gonna go into this color and see how it performs as an inner corner. I don't love it all that much as an inner corner highlight, just because it doesn't really brighten all that much. I want to kind of see how it works with my finger to kind of put it in the center of the lid, just to kind of have a little pop of color there, and it looks pretty nice. I like it better than with the brush. It adds like a nice little highlight right in the center of the lid. It's amazing how I'm dying to use my MAC nylon. I am taking just like a clean brush just to keep on blending. So the next product I want to test out is this primer from Tatcha. This is a new primer that everybody has been raving about. I had already kind of like swatched it a little bit on my hand, so I did open it up. It's called the Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer. And I thought the packaging was kind of cool. It seems just like a really cool product. It came in a little metallic bag like this, which I already opened. And it's just a really beautiful, beautiful type of round packaging. And I just think it was really, I don't know, I thought it was very unique. It also comes with a little spatula like this, because you can see that I already took out a chunk because I was dying to like test it out. It smells really good. I really like the scent, which is something that gets me a lot, scents. So I did kind of test this out already, but I haven't really done a makeup look while testing it out. So I'm gonna do that for the first time. And you're pretty much supposed to scrape a little bit with this, and you see that there is a line, and you're pretty much supposed to scrape up to when you get to that line. Something like this, where you kind of scrape it up, and then you have to warm it up in your hands. Oh, the scent is like, I love it. Warm it up in your scent and warm it up in your hands, and then put it on your face. And it just like seems really smooth and silky. I felt this on my hand, and just like I felt like my hand was so dry when I first tried it on, and then when I put it on, it just looks so smooth. So I couldn't wait to put it on my face. I love the scent. That little bit goes a long way because I feel it's slippery and it's going all over my face. So you really don't need much more than that. So I do feel like it's nice and smooth. I kind of feel like it's like the version, a better smelling The Professional, but instead of it being in a little tube like this, it's a different consistency like this, but better. So I do feel that it does the, you know, it covers the pores. It kind of makes your skin nice and smooth. But yeah, so I kind of like that a lot actually. Ignore my hair. I curled it today for the first time with a curling iron, and I still haven't brushed it out. I'll do that. before I film the intro and all that stuff. So for foundation, I have a new foundation, which is actually the second time I try this foundation, but it's such a popular foundation and a lot of people with my skin type love it. And I tried it once, I didn't like it, I returned it. I also didn't like the color that much that I had picked last time, and I just got kind of annoyed and just didn't even give it another shot. But I went ahead and bought it again, and that is the Hourglass Vanish foundation. So I ended up trying out shade Warm Ivory. I always see other YouTubers talk about this foundation and they love it, and I feel like I should love this foundation too, just because whoever loves this foundation a lot of the times has also loved the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, and that's like my favorite. You know, they also love the Kogan dough, that's my favorite. They have dry skin like me. So I just always wondered, if we have so many things in common, why don't I like it? And even though this is a full coverage, most people who have used this and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick happen to like this one more. I'm not really that much into the full coverage, so that could be the reason why it doesn't work for me, or it didn't work for me the first time. I also did not love the color. I feel like this color that I picked now, I did like. And again, I got the color from a YouTuber who usually always has the same color as me. So I just wanted to give it another shot. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in with my Artis brush, and bummer, it broke on me. So I was very upset that such an expensive brush would break on me. The handle broke, but I'm still gonna use it this way, even though it's not quite the same, but it still works. As far as the color, I feel it's still a little yellow, but it is a better match than the first one I tried, which I can't even remember what color that was. Just feels a little thicker than I am used to, but it is covering up really well, and it is going on very nice and smooth. Definitely full cover. This is probably, I mean, I'm really not that much of a full coverage type of person. So this is definitely something that I would not use on a daily basis. It would just be for like super special occasions, but it is blending out really nice. I mean, it completely evened out my skin. Sometimes it's just nice to have a full coverage foundation on hand. The one I usually wear when I want to go as full as possible is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I love that one. But this one is actually not so bad. I kind of wish the color was a little bit more towards the neutral. Like, I don't like pink tone foundations. I usually go for the more yellow tone, but this is just like a little bit more yellow than I normally go with, but I actually think it has blended out quite nicely. Now we just really need to cover those under eye circles. So the next product I want to test out is also from Tatcha, and this is called the Pearl Underlight Eye Treatment. So I swatched this on my hand. This actually came a little messed up in the mail, the packaging. I just think the package, well, first of all, the packaging is adorable and beautiful. It has a nice little clasp here, but it's actually not a clasp. It's just kind of like decor, because you just pretty much unscrew it. But it came really kind of sloppy in the mail. I feel like it was just really, really hot. And I did test it out on my hand. For a second, I wasn't sure if it was going to be something that I could substitute for my eye cream and just go ahead and put it as an eye cream and then do my concealer routine. But it's not so moisturizing like an eye cream at all. But it does seem to brighten a lot. Also, I've already added my eye cream, but I do want to go ahead and add a corrector, because even though it is a little pinky, my under eye circles are pretty bad, that I do want to add a little bit of corrector. Then I'll add the pearl thing, see if it brightens, and then I'll go ahead and over that add my regular concealer, which I actually think it's a little bit too much, too many steps, because my concealer routine is already 3 steps, and this will be a 4th step. I was a little disappointed just because I kind of hoped, when I had seen so many reviews, that it would just be kind of like a substitute, you know, for the eye cream, since it's called the treatment. but it does brighten. But I don't think on me it would work on its own without the corrector and without the cream. I have to use eye cream. My under eye area is extremely dry. And then over it, I'm just gonna go ahead and add my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, because I need a little bit more coverage than that gives me. It's a very light coverage. I'm gonna use this new beauty blender in the Royal Beautiful Blue color. This one is called the Sapphire one, I believe. I already took it out of the packaging. I'm gonna use this to blend out my concealer. So I have already set my under eye area because I did feel that it was already starting to crease a little bit. I'm not super impressed with it as far as what, you know, how it looks under my eyes. I did feel that it brightened it a little bit, but I mean, it's not really all that wow. But I do think that it just has really good ingredients, and it's supposed to give your skin a lot of luminosity. It's supposed to minimize causes of premature thinning and pigmentation for a pearl bright gleam. So I think since it's a treatment, it's also a little bit more, it's supposed to be better, I guess, for your skin. So maybe it's just a product that I have to test out a little bit more and see if I do notice a difference. But as far as the look, it's fine. It's nothing bad, but it's not something that I'm really wowed over. So the next two products I want to test out are these Milk Sticks. One is the matte bronzer, baked matte bronzer, and the other one is the lit highlighter. And these aren't exactly brand new. I got these in a little set. I think it was last Christmas. Or I don't know if it was a Sephora haul in October. I don't remember. But it was a bunch of little mini sticks. And I just have never tried these. So I'm going to go ahead and try these. These are cream products. It has like a little bit of a Play-Doh smell. A lot of the times I do. A lot of the times I actually do the double, you know, like the double bronzing and the double highlighting, which is like first I go in with the cream and then I set it with a powder, and it does make a difference. Just gives the makeup a little bit more of a wow look to it. So this I liked. Blended very well with the Beauty Blender. Another brush that I love to use for blending out these cream products is the, you know, that It Cosmetics Kabuki that's double-ended. That one's a good one too. I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face using this Ambient Lighting Edit Surreal Light Palette. Is that what this thing is called? Lightning Edit Surreal Light Palette, which is this one. I don't even know if I've ever used it before. It's not new, but just to use something that I haven't used and just kind of set the face lightly. So I just added blush and realized that I was not filming, and I went ahead and added the Galifornia blush. This I got in a set from Benefit in my last haul. I haven't used it yet. Well, I did now because I did already put the blush on, but I wasn't filming. But I was really disappointed when I opened this up in that haul because the full-size California blush has this beautiful sun design, kind of gold, and the little mini doesn't have it. I added just a little bit, and the color is really, really pretty. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would like it. And you pretty much just have to tap your brush in there and look how much product comes out. Definitely tap off the excess and just add it. I mean, I'm adding a lot more just because it did not film. But yeah, I liked it more than I expected, but you guys know I'm more of a pinky type of blush, not corally. But this is extremely, extremely bright. I had already done a swatch, but look how bright this is. So a little bit really does go a long way. But it's not a color that I think I would invest in the full size. But if you do like corals, it's really, really pretty, and it blends really, really nice. I actually like the way it looks more than I actually expected. And if you feel that you put a little bit too much, just go over with your powder brush or even with like your foundation brush and remove the excess. I don't have a new bronzer, so I had already added my Tom Ford bronzer. So I don't have a new bronzer to test out today. Go in with the Milk Highlight Stick in the Lit color. Just put a little bit down the center of my nose and add some right here. This does not go as smooth as the bronzer. Probably, I mean the bronzer, yeah, the bronzer is much more smooth than the highlight, because even on my bare hands, let me just warm it up a little bit. It's a little bit better. This is a very, how do I say this? This is extremely light. Like, it's not a bronzer. It's not a highlight, I mean, that it's like, wow. It's actually very tame. Like, look at that right there. There's a highlight. It's very, God, what's the word? I'm forgetting all these words and how to speak today. You know, it's very subtle. I'm gonna blend it in with the Beauty Blender. I do feel that I want to add a little bit more highlight with a powder just to kind of top that highlight off. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this Fenty Beauty highlighter. I don't think I've ever used this on camera. It's Hustla, baby. I really like it. I bought that little set. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys have seen me use it before. I have, so it's not a super brand new product, but it is, look at that. It is a beautiful highlight. So I'm really happy with this set. It's like bam, look at that. Nice and gold. So that's real pretty. For the brows, I do want to test out this new product from It Cosmetics. This is called Brow Power. I believe that this came in maybe a BoxyCharm. This is the shade Universal Taupe. So it is this shape right here. It is not really, I mean, I guess it is a little rectangular, but it kind of has more of a blunt edge, not really a sharp or angled edge or anything like that. So see how this is. It's a little, I think, dark for me. So, I mean, I guess it works, but I would stick with my Anastasia. This is not something that I think I'll be grabbing much. Went ahead and applied this NYX Golden Bronze eyeliner. I love these NYX liners. And this is like a more rose copper, more of a copper type of color, actually, not that much rose gold. And I wanted to top this off on the bottom lash line with this color from the Kylie palette. Actually, I'm gonna wet it. I need to wet that because I don't want any fallout. I'm using the Smashbox primer just to wet it a little bit. I need an inner corner highlight, and this palette does not have that. So I have to add my MAC Nylon, which is this one right here. I thought I could get away with not doing it, but it just adds such a nice, look at that. It just adds such a nice inner corner highlight that you can't top it. Let me put a little bit of here. So I am actually really liking the foundation now. I feel like with all the makeup and everything that I've already added, it just looks really nice. My skin looks really nice. I'm not loving my under eye area. I don't know what. I definitely need some eyeliner, and that's the next product that we're gonna test out. For the liner, I'm going to try this Pretty Vulgar liquid gel liner. And is it called? It's called the Ink Gel Eyeliner Blacklist. So it's not liquid, it's a gel eyeliner. It has a lot of product. It says it's 0.2 ounces. I mean, it seems like this is a lot of product. It does not come with a brush, so that doesn't really matter because I like to use my little angled brushes. This actually came in with my BoxyCharm for the month of May. And let me see how, oh, let me dip it all the way down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my eyes. Wow, this like is super black. So I actually love this product. I messed up a little bit on the wing. Just because I usually like to do my wing eyeliner with a liquid liner, like a felt tip liner, but this time I did it with a brush. but I just get used to it. But I love it, how black it goes on, just how much, I don't know, I just love it. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of tight lining with this, which I love to do with one of these brushes. I kind of just dip it in the product. The thing is that it's so deep inside that when you get product, you don't know how much product you get, because you literally have to dip it in and then it just kind of picks up a lot of product. So it's hard to control the amount of product, which is why I put it on this thing. But once you kind of do, it is just like, it's very wet at first when you apply it, but it's very pigmented and black. So I did get a little messy just because I didn't expect it to be so wet, but it's really nice and black, and it's just so pigmented. It's just like a black line. I really love it. For mascara, we're gonna get a little fancy, and we're gonna use a Chanel mascara, and this one is Le Volume de Chanel mascara in shade 10. What it looks like, I actually bought this a while ago and I haven't used it yet. Let me show you the wand. It is one of these wands that are like this, and let's see how this works. It doesn't glide on the lash that great. It's kind of like rough. Like I feel like, it feels like I'm putting mascara over lashes that already have dried up mascara. It's not, oh, I don't like it. See, I just never have the best luck with high-end. Like super high-end, I mean. Like I love Benefit mascaras and things like that, but these mascaras like from Chanel and like all these fancy Giorgio Armani brands, I just never fall in love with them. All new lip products, and they're all from Kylie Cosmetics. I had never ever bought the little sets that come with the matte liquid lipstick and the liquid liner, and I ended up buying one. I got the Cocoa Cake color because it was a pinky nude and it's my type of nude. This liquid liner, I'm kind of annoyed because I have had to sharpen it twice because this thing just like falls off, and the cap is a little bit loose, so that kind of annoys me. But the Cocoa Cake liquid lipstick is a really pretty color. This is what it looks like. And I also got the Cocoa Cake lip gloss. This is a liquid lipstick. I'm not sure if I said lip gloss, but it's a liquid lipstick, the matte one. And then I also got the gloss. So this is what the gloss looks like. I'm not a huge fan of lip glosses that have this type of applicator. I much more prefer doe foot applicators, but the color is beautiful. It is a really nice pinky nude. Apply the liner, which is really pretty. I feel like I could even just use this liner on its own and just apply a clear gloss. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the matte liquid lipstick. It doesn't have a bad scent, but it does have a scent. Really love this color. I'm gonna let this dry up just because I want to see how it sets, and then maybe I'll go ahead and also put on the gloss just because I kind of want to test everything out. But I really like the way it looks right now. I hope that when it dries, I still like the way it looks. So the liquid lipstick has dried up a bit. Let me zoom in, and you can see like all the little rivets and things on my lips. Just having tried it like this, I definitely feel that the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are a lot more comfortable. This already feels just a little dry. I feel like my lips feel very, very dry. And they just look a little ashy. I feel like the color looks a little bit different. It looks a little bit ashy. And I don't know, they just look super dry. I'm not really liking it all that much. I feel like if I would put like a clear gloss, it would be a lot prettier because the color is really pretty. but definitely like the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks better. So let me go ahead and put on this gloss. I don't know if it's gonna feel like too much. Yeah, it looks much better with the gloss on top. You know what I think would look even prettier? If I just put the liquid, if I just put the pencil, the lip pencil under the gloss. But yeah, I think it looks much better like this. I feel like it's a little bit heavy, like I have a lot of crap on my lips. But definitely looks a lot nicer. So that is pretty much it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first impressions video. Like I mentioned in the video, the Kylie Jenner palette, I did like it. The colors are great. It is a palette that I do see myself using more and more, but it's not something that is very unique that I think is a must-have. Love the Tatcha, the silk canvas. This is something that felt really nice and silky on the skin. It also smells really, really good. So something that feels good and smells good for me is a keeper. I wasn't a huge fan of the pearl. I don't think it's something that my eyes, you know, looked wow or anything like that. I didn't think it was anything special. I thought it was going to be something else. And when I found out that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, I was a little bit disappointed. So this is something that just didn't really catch my attention all that much. The foundation, very happy that I gave it another chance. I like this color that I picked more now. I kind of wish I can find one that was a little bit more neutral toned. I still like the yellow tone, but not as yellow as this, but still liked it, blended out nicely. It's something that I would not wear every day, but it's definitely something that I would save for special occasions. Loved the pretty Vulgar gel liner. This was amazing. It is so black and it just goes on so beautiful. Loved it. Not too impressed with the Kylie Jenner lip products. Definitely not the matte liquid lipstick. I did like the eyeliner, I mean the lip liner, even though the cap is driving me crazy. And I think the gloss is something with a liner that I'll probably be using that in combination. Loved the Milk bronzer stick. Did not like the highlight stick. And of course the Fenty Beauty wasn't really meant to be a first impression, but also really like this highlight a lot, just because since the Milk stick highlighter was just kind of too toned down and just a little bit too natural, it didn't really glide on that much, then I busted out this one and I liked it. I was pleasantly surprised with the Galifornia blush, just because it's not a color that I really would normally use, but at the end I kind of just liked the way that it looked. So if you use a little bit, it's a really nice color, just makes you look nice and healthy, makes you kind of glow a little bit. But yeah, so those were pretty much my first impressions on all these new products. I really hope that you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you go. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.